Tongren down. Some of you go there, but some of you go there just to discourage him from across from Hinian. Alright, let's not accidentally release Zhou, because that would be an enormous mistake. But I could use it to think about the provinces that I want to take. I need to take one Shan, or else I won't have connection over here. It used to be that you could get rebels to defect land to your vassals. They have Paradox wised up and stopped you from being able to do that. Frankly, I think they shot themselves in the foot there. It was a fun little way to use a mechanic that they have in the game, but really don't support well enough. But what do I know? I am just a filthy scrub of a player. Alright, that's enough land. So, let's look at these. Yeah, let's take this land. Too much, eh? Oh, I'll need to take one of those provinces. That should be okay. Oh, that's even better. 98% on Ming. Still leaves 6 wars to annex them, but we'll be okay. And that severely trimmed their claws down as well. Take a bit of money just to really punch them in the face. Yeah! Right, there we go. Gives us loads of land. Our power projection is capped out. Gives us another 31 for captured provinces. And we will begin annexing this vassal. And what is more, we're going to create them as a vassal. Pegu's going to get really kind of annoyed at me annexing all these vassals all the time. That annexed vassal malice is growing and growing. When did I integrate Bengal? Where'd they hide it? Here we go. Annexed by Ryukyu. Okay, that's a better idea. I am not going to annex you just yet, Mawar. You are safe for one more war. If you don't annex a vassal for 20 years, it clears the annexed vassal malice. And if I get that too low with Pegu, then I won't be getting my pagan, my Buddhist influence event, which is giving me all that stability. We will, however, get Zhou out in the open because I don't want any of this overextension. Boom. Zhou keeps all those cores there. Ming has all their cores there. It's important that I keep this border here, or this border here, so I'll focus on expanding Zhou this way first, just in case. Zhou's going to have real problems converting this land because he's pagan, the land is Confucian, and it's fairly high base tax, and he does not take religious ideas. The AI has a set list that it takes. Keep in mind, subtract temples from the spreadsheets. Yeah, I'm keeping that well in mind. I will do a temple count later on. You still... Ah, yes, that's right. 270, and Dr. Nijtram. You two were the shining light in making that spreadsheet, so thank you very much. I actually got another spreadsheet sent to me, but to be honest, I didn't notice it until the other one came along. So I am sorry, other spreadsheet maker. Alright, everything's looking better than good. Again, Zhou got my technology, although it's not going to be useful at all. Probably should have teched up before releasing them, but who's keeping score, right? Puts us over our diplo relations, but again, we don't care. Let's keep the war rolling. Quite good that it doesn't subtract my vassals' stability for breaking truce. Also, check that out. Now that I have plus 200 relations, Vijayanagar adopts vassal attitude, which is good. They must consider themselves stronger than us for whatever reason. It's not that they have more troops, that's for sure. Ah well. Jake, you could incorporate Pegu and release again. No, I need Pegu around for my Pagan Influences event. They need to be my... They need to border me, have Buddhism, and have 100 relations or better with me, and that'll keep it going. In fact, we're going to improve those relations even higher, because I got a free diplomat, and why not? And onwards we go. Let's keep the occupation going. Oh, no. No use for people without cannons around here. This sounds like an EU Rome track as well. Eagle fly north. Certainly not one I've heard before. Right, Kathiawar, we will also improve your relations. So that gets Pegu and Kathiawar up to plus 200, hopefully. Holy war against Russia, it begins! You stay back, you big green beast. You don't have any feelings towards me one way or the other, but eventually you're not going to like me. That I'm sure. Right, I need to remember to buy down my my war exhaustion completely, up my stability by 1, and then revolt risk becomes a thing of the past. I don't think I got a single revolt during my last Ming War, and that's cruising at -2 stability after breaking truce. When I say truces are pieces of paper, I mean it. Right, I will get Hinian back for Zhou without even having to take it, so if we just leave 4,000 gutless men there. And the rest. Let's deal with that coastline. How he vassals Vichy. Walk around the stack of 280,000 rebels to siege Vichy yet again. So yeah, every so often I get asked about the music pack that I'm using. I use all the music from Crusader Kings 2, Europa Universalis 3, Europa Universalis 3 DLC as well, and Europa 4 DLC. Minus all the ones I don't like, which is quite a few. The looting inflated that amount of money. Jake, use your boats now. Yeah, not when they've still got 22 heavies. Hot for me here. Now this is the kind of expansion that a Ryukyu world conquest needs. With all of India and China nationalist free, that's going to be a big help. Then I will rip the Oriat and Timurids to pieces, and I'll be knocking on Europe's doors before you know it. What about your explorer, Jake, asks a very useful person, because I keep forgetting about it. What am I even paying fleet basing rights for? Let's uncover this useless territory and get back. Jake, these wars are going a lot better than the Vijay ones. I'll tell you why these wars are going better. It's because I'm not taking the land for myself. The Vijay wars... Well, for one I had to fight Vijay, who is not food. Get away, I don't need your mercenary kind around here. Because I was taking all that land for myself, I was getting huge overextension both events and the base overextension things. Whereas the thing about Ming is you can divide them up into smaller vassals and just chew away like that. Vijay I had no such big blob to give vassalage to. Madurai was an option, but I mean, just not big enough. No, I just had to get Vijayanagar in one big bite. Jake, this is beautiful, like watching an artist at work. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'd be doing this whether people were watching or not, because I just love this game. I don't love Japan taking that land, though. It's a good thing I've got all the Joe provinces under siege already, though. Well, except for this one, but who honestly cares? Did I move the capital? Guffaw. Thanks for keeping eyes on the rebels for me. Peasantry. Not worth my time. Macau, Yunnan. It's all coming together. Oh, jeez. Not the Great Karoo. I wonder, though, could the Iko-Ikis change my government to a republic? I would love that, but not going to happen. Let's take that national 2 revolt risk. It fades away when you get base revolt risk like that, so I had 2 last month. This month I got 1.91, and it's global, so I'm not looking forward to that when I have a massive empire. I'll probably take the Rebs then. But rebels in South Africa, no thanks. Now what's Portugal doing? Haha, they lost their tropical ones. Those enormous amounts of natives just obliterated them. Yes! Right. This is the event I've been waiting for well, ever since 1600 kicked in. This has a mean time to happen of, I think, 200 months. So to get it within 9 years is so-so. A dominant study of Chinese, Confucian and Buddhist texts has led to a decline in Japanese study. A few scholars have started to research the early Japanese classics, criticizing the representative moralization of Confucian thinkers, and attempts to re-establish Japanese culture before the influx of foreign modes of thought and behavior. They call themselves the Kokugaku thinkers. Kokugaku meaning national study. I know that. We support the thinkers, and then for the rest of the game I get -2 revolt risk, -10 stability cost, and -5 idea cost. I'm not too worried about the latter two, but -2 revolt risk, well, that's going to be pretty big when I'm breaking truces left and right. Indeed, we support those thinkers. Jake, does Ming still have their cores on Shun? If so, are you going to vassalize Ming and return cores from Shun? Probably. It's difficult though. I would rather have Shun as the vassal than Ming. But Shun doesn't have the cores to return, so what can you do? I just gotta get Ming. At least I avoid taking the overextension myself. The problem with having Ming as a vassal is that they're going to have the dreadful faction system, and they're probably not going to have their... they're going to die to revolts, basically, so I'm going to have to be supporting the revolts left and right. Speaking of, who are you? Golok. Yeah, some of these places are going to have nationalism for a long time. Thanks to all those rebels. But that's okay. It'll just be a small minimum amount of revolt risk. It won't be Xbox huge, he says. Then he looks at the 5 for nationalism. Well, good thing I've got the Kokugakus. Yeah, they've lost up there. Oh! Hoo-hoo! Didn't see you coming there. Unfortunately, it's too little too late for you. Lost our claim on Ake, that simply won't do. Good, they've got plenty of aggressive expansion on me. So does Shun, but I don't care. Pegu's looking alright. Kathiawar. Yeah, we can stop improving Pegu. Again, that's only till the death of my ruler. Ignore the commoner's plight. Alright, exploration still looking okay. You're repairing up, so we get rid of our leader from there, stick him back in, and keep exploring. As Calvin and Hobbes say, let's go exploring. Also, whoever recommended this EU Rome music, thanks a lot. Oh jeez, I thought I saw Portugal out the corner of my eye, colonizing Siberia. That I don't want. Right, taking these central provinces of Ming should give me plenty to demand that they return the cores to Zhou. Almost enough to completely eviscerate them, but not quite. Jake, can Ming seize colony? They would have to get to my colonies first, and frankly I don't even think a 3 stack with a 2-shock general is going to take out my 1s. Like I said, Ming are food. Alright, maybe 1 or 2 provinces more, and Ming's history. Jake, can you please show quickly your idea groups and the stages? Don't know what you mean by stages, but my idea groups. Exploration fully fleshed out. Humanism got the first 2, and I will not take ecumenism. Forget it. I got the religious ideas fully fleshed out, and the administration ideas fully fleshed out. Thinking about it, maybe administrative wasn't my best idea. I probably should have taken diplomatic. But diplomatic will be the next idea, because I want those diplomats. In fact, all of these are good diplomats. Another relation, cheaper reduction of war exhaustion, which you might notice I'm doing quite a bit these days. And the real payoff there is the lower cost to breaking truces. It changes it from -5 stability to -3, and changes it from +5 war exhaustion to not 5 war exhaustion. +3 instead, in fact. Okay, that's enough. Zhou will be eviscerated. I need to make sure I keep this province bordering them though, which means I'll have to cut them down here. Take their money as well, because why not? Gives me a tiny bit of inflation, but it keeps them broke. Yeah, that's okay. Kaching, Zhou looking pretty good. Also, I don't even need to improve relations with them. They're my religion, and they love me. But are they converting anything? Would appear not, even though they should have no problem converting this province at least. Ah well, that's animism for you. What can you do? Let's get our troops back to the safety. And then we fight Ming yet again. Jake, how long have you been playing? It's 3 hours 48 minutes since I started this stream. That's not including the Euro truck time. Also, man, are they done in the bathroom yet? Hold on a sec. Much better. Let's get back to breaking those truces. Now, could really do with Ming piecing out for this, giving up that land. 25 war score might not be enough for those three because they are massive base stacks. Probably need something like 60 for the three of them. Been discovered by Akka, which is good. Pushes up my aggressive expansion towards them, which is what I need. Joe looking good. Joe looking damn good. Almost lost the annexed Vassal, Malice. We specifically lose it in July the 2nd, 1610. So that's enough time for one more war with Ming, am I right? A war with Korea as well. No thanks. Jake, could you quickly zoom out? I'd like to see what's happened since Friday. Well, I imagine America's waking up at this time of day, so there we go, we can now see the world. It might not look like I've expanded that much, but when you consider that I've vassalized India in about 10 years, then you might change your mind on that. Other than that, though, there's not really much to say. We've managed to block off the Russian expanse into eastern Siberia. Still looking the same in Africa. And Portugal's having to settle for these horrible tropical lands that tried to colonize here and failed because I nipped in and took these two remaining temperate provinces. Now the only places remaining for them are tropical wastelands. They could go for Oceania, but I doubt they've discovered it yet. Frankly, I don't mind if they colonize the Spice Islands. It saves me the bother. I'm meant to be job hunting right now, but Jake's streams are just too good. Well, it's a shame I found that auto-clicker. I could have employed you as my my troop recruiter and unrecruiter. I need to be careful with my manpower. I really need to get it right back up. Let's get that Holy War back on the go. Breaking truce, nobody cares. Aggressive expansion, whoo, good thing nobody cares. This actually does me a great favour. It puts aggressive expansion at the top of the list of things that people feel towards me. Korea has this pleased modifier, that's to do with Wokou pirate raids. The Oirat, yeah, great. Doing me a big favour. If you watch the debugging session, we've finally managed to crack what's causing these annoying cases where vassals keep that. Create an army for our nation. I wonder what that priority's like. Keeping that extra colony costs me double, which is unfortunate, but we'll be okay. Okay, whatever. Onwards. You are but a colony for the Ryukyu man. Grand General Bob, welcome. It's been a wee while, hasn't it? As you can see, I'm doing fabulous. I'm gonna pull these gentlemen out. There's no need for them to accrue any unnecessary attrition. I'll let my small stacks do this sieging. Jake, do you have some more nukes? I've already deployed my 3 nukes. I can't think of many more that I can. Maybe I'll think up some along the way. But I like the idea of having 3 nukes for the 3rd 3 mountain achievement. Just rolls well. Don't you think? The last time I watched you play was Foix. Well, I wonder if Foix is okay. No, they are not. They're very dead. What's more is they're going to be forever gone if it hits 1617. And I don't think I can launch an amphibian raid to save them against France. Not yet. Poor Foix, you are the greatest. Basque still exists as a culture, albeit in 2 provinces though, so there's an opportunity to save Navarra, but I don't think it's an opportunity I'm going to take. A strong papal state is unfortunate. I don't want that to be the case. I really want someone to kick them hard. They're allied with Hungary and the upcoming Austria. Spices in Samtoy. That's a shame because we won't be keeping Samtoy. We'll be abandoning it soon. Jake, you should become a map maker in real life. By map maker, do you mean warlord? Right, sod your rights. That legitimacy is getting a bit painful though. Well, needs must. I gotta secure China. I got a strong heir, you know. When he comes to power, he'll be he'll take the legitimacy right up. So yeah, I think I'll take the legitimacy hit. It's nice to know that the Foix run has such a good reputation. Other than the initial get out of the First War, I really think I'm really quite happy that it really didn't contain any untoward actions. It was just straight up conquest. Well, I mean, depends what your standards are, but in my books it was played by the book very well. And this game, except for the mission abuse, I think it's fairly by the book. The game put protectorates in. Nobody has ever seen them as useful, so I finally gave them a use. Nothing to complain about, really. Right, losing a claim on Vijay, not a problem. But let's remove the last bit of Ming from the premises. Good advice is sometimes hard to come by these days. That's from the Innovative Idea Group, if I'm not terribly mistaken. Alright, another one done. I really want to trim off this area so that Portugal doesn't get their little claws in. Them being at military tech, diplomatic tech 17 means another 50 colonial range on top of their 100% bonus. Probably means that sniping that would be no issue for them. So I should follow suit as soon as possible. But how? Well, first off, I'm going to abandon Samtoy and send the colonists back, just to prevent Portugal from taking that. Fougeot is taken. And gee, where to? There or there? Well, I'm going to send you there. 5,000? Oof. Right. Let's pick up some men and drop them off there then. I don't want to be dealing with that kind of number. No, we'll just settle for there for now. Jake, don't forget about your explorer. Thank you. God, the amount of times I have... Surprised he's still on the go. He's probably wondering why he's been posted out to the arse end of nowhere to do nothing. Sounds like my job. Alright, finally discovered the Aztec. And finally discovered these provinces, that's good. Alright, Blackfoot, you're very important to me, so stay right there, please. Apache, you would make a close second.